I tell you guys I'm going to Vegas on the 30th?
You're always in Vegas.
I'm going, baby.
Cool.
I'm so excited.
Where are you staying this time?
I'm staying 2 nights at the Horseshoe.
Oh, wow, the old one.
Downtown?
Used to be Bally's. No,
Yeah.
it's
No, that's
next
the
to
strip.
Paris.
It's still on the strip.
Okay.
Close by. It's actually like off the strip.
Yeah, it's a little bit behind it. I've got a conference I'm going to. A coin conference.
Well, cool.
Coin?
Silver coins.
You are so fucking
I'm not fucking
weird.
with you.
You're so fucking weird.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Okay,
No,
that's
it is weird. I mean, it is weird. Anyhow,
Just a little.
thank you for all joining us for this podcast.
Coin huggers.
This podcast episode of Buddies, Booze, Banter's Unfiltered Conversation. I am Rick.
Michael.
And I'm Alex.
So, yeah, Mr. Silvercoin Alex. What the hell? I mean,
I've got 2 coins somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to do.
you have 2 coins.
Yeah.
And you're going to the entire fucking conference for it.
Yeah, I've paid a lot of
That's
money to
even
go
more
there.
weird.
I paid $439 to
Yeah,
go
well,
to
hopefully
the
those
Wait,
coins
is
are
that your
worth more than
flight?
that.
My flight was only $60.
Well, I was going to say, your flights are always cheap.
Well, yeah, you're on
Right.
Frontier again?
Spirit this time. But yeah.
That's funny. Mike, you got some sports updates for us, don't you?
I know. My fan club keeps wanting to know where my sports
I'm
are.
so anxious to see these fan club letters and comments.
They're just
and
stacking up, man.
They-
apparently,
I mean,
so.
it's like,
I can't.
I mean,
Now, do you
it's up
remember?
to about yay?
But do you remember what I told them the last couple of 2 podcasts ago that he has to bring those letters in and read them?
No, we were going to bring him today, but there was just not enough room.
Yeah.
in
Y'all
the
weren't
car.
feeling
So you're
well or
actually
whatever.
defending him now?
No, I'm just saying, man.
It's like I'd have to truckload bring him
Oh,
over
my
and all
God.
that stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, then we should be making a shitload of money right now.
So, I mean, as it stands right now, everybody knows Stars and Mavs are my team.
Why?
Because I have season tickets.
I got season tickets.
Rick crushing it again with the thing. I just lost my.
That was. I mean, I was going through that.
And
I was,
so did you have a problem going to the game yesterday?
No. It's just fun to make fun of you, though.
Oh.
Because I mean, the promo that I did out there with the, I got season tickets. I mean, it's just fun. I mean, and I'm late night when I do some of this stuff, and it's just like it comes to me all of a sudden as I'm just like perusing through different types of graphics and all this. Like, oh, that's funny.
So guess who I was with before this? I was with Jersey.
Oh, the guy who does the announcing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was who
I think he's
my
actually
meeting was with.
following us
Yeah.
on Booze.
Oh,
on the
he
Instagram.
is now. Yeah.
Because he liked our last post.
Right. So him and I had.
But actually, he also liked my post from last night when I was at the Stars game.
Yeah, he's so I've been talking about this podcast and then the other one that I do for Simply Gold, and people are like, "That's cool. Podcasting is cool. Like we're bringing it back."
Yeah, it's not as easy as they think, though.
Well, and it's not, which is
But because they don't have a great director like us.
well, they don't have
producer.
They don't have Rick staying up all night trying to figure out how to pull all the levers.
Yeah, that could be.
Me and
kind
Mike
of
we just show up, and sit in our little
I'm the pretty
chairs.
face.
Yeah, no, he's got the big fan base. That's what it is. He's got the big fan base.
So,
all right, back on sports.
I mean, Mavs first game against the LA Clippers, they practically did not show up. I mean, that was like bad from the very
yeah, I
beginning.
didn't see that game. I mean, you told me.
It
about
was.
that.
I know they were down by 10 in like the first 5 minutes, and it just got worse.
And
They
that
were
was
down-
also a away game, right?
yeah. And so game 2. I mean, it's a 7-game series. I mean, one bad game doesn't make it whatever. So we can come back. Game 5. I mean, game 2's coming up. Games 3 and 4 will be at the American Airlines Center, and I will definitely be there.
Yeah. To your point, though, I was just grateful that I even got to get to any playoff game because I'm pretty sure it's going to be few and far, if at all.
Well, he complains, so it's like
I did not
that's probably
complain.
true.
I did not complain.
And then for the Stars played their first game yesterday.
And they did play well.
It's like, I will tell you, I mean, the refs,
Suck.
oh my God. I mean, within the first minute, they called a penalty on us that was really not a penalty, but they called it on us.
Yeah.
When they
And-
took the goal away, too.
And then it's like, okay, then they got a quick score, and then they were up 2, and then we scored, and then the referees took the goal away from us. It's like the Stars kept battling back, but it's just like the refs were calling everything on us, but they would not call anything on Vegas. So that just, I mean, it's just frustrating. It's just game 1, so anything can happen, but it's a series where both, because we are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
And the
Is that
Vegas
Western or Central?
No, we're in the Central Division,
Yeah.
but the Western Conference.
Yeah. Okay.
And matter of fact, Vegas and Dallas played for the conference title last year.
Yeah.
Where Vegas had the home.
I got to go one of those games.
And so, but Dallas is
I
the
got
number
to
one.
go
So
to the
anything-
last game, so I haven't publicly been able to say about how appreciative I was.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you win.
I had a great time. The burger and fries are really good in the platinum level.
Actually, fries aren't so much, but burgers, I don't know. There's some crazy shit about that. It's so good.
It's like one you'd make in your backyard.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
it's a smash burger.
yeah.
The bun kicks ass. The pickles are good. It's good. It's not that expensive,
No, it's not as bad. I mean, popcorn's more expensive.
right? And then,
But
and then
it's all you can eat.
It is.
You can
It is,
refill
but,
it.
I mean, you can't. I mean,
that's dumb though.
I mean, I ate like half that bag between you and I, and you ate hardly anything yesterday.
That's true. But on an exciting note, y'all have heard me talk about my brother's girls softball team, Forney.
Right.
They're ranked number
Forney
one.
High School.
They're ranked number one in 5A in Texas. Playoffs start this coming weekend, but just yesterday they played a
Scrimmage.
well, I wouldn't say it wasn't a scrimmage, but they played a game that didn't really count against the number.
It didn't count against where they are placement wise, but it counted against their skills.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it wasn't a scrimmage. It was a real game. A scrimmage just basically says it's a fake game or whatever. But no, this was a real game. It just didn't count for anything. But they played Oleta, which is the number 3 ranked team in the state of Texas in 5A.
You know how many small cities that actually have fucking teams in the same Texas? I mean, he mentions names like, where the hell is that? I'm living a sheltered life. Apparently.
It's west of Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah, well,
And
The
so
last Stars game was kind of like a fake game.
I would have.
Yeah.
I
They
would
were
have.
already, sorry.
They were already in
sorry,
there.
Michael.
Yeah,
Well, but it counted as points.
But
and all
the
that
point
stuff
wise,
is.
they did get.
Yeah,
to the
they
next
were
step.
excited, and
Yeah.
so we totally left 30 seconds. We were going down the escalator, and then it was like,
really?
Remember, they were tied, and they were doing a
Really?
shootout, and it was like 11:45 at night. I was exhausted.
Okay, this is interesting now. I mean,
No, because
We pulled our
well,
classic.
but the key was we already had our point.
Right.
that
And
doesn't
so,
make a difference.
No. We had our point, so we were gonna end up in the number 1 team in the West.
the last regular season game,
Well,
and you left 30 seconds before.
because we got
tied up.
Yeah.
But back to your brother.
So they played the number 3 team on Monday, and it's like I would have gone to the game, except I had to go to the Stars game because it was a playoff game.
Priorities.
And I told my brother to let me know how it went, and he texted me while we were at the game, the Stars game, and they won 1-0 in extra innings.
Which is impressive. I mean, that had to be an impressive, tough game.
Yeah, because it must have been a pitch and duel or whatever. But I mean, you could just tell from the text, my brother was all excited.
And you should be. I mean, what your brother's accomplished over the last couple of years, and specifically, being the first place. I mean,
And so they've got to be pumped up. Their playoffs start this weekend. Actually, Thursday is their first game. They're going to play Princeton in 2 out of 3. I'm going to go to the game on Thursday. I won't be there. It's the best of 3, so they'll play game 1 on Thursday, games 2 on Friday, and if there needs to be a game 3, they'll play it right after it, so they'll do a doubleheader.
yeah.
But my brother doesn't expect it will because the team is not that great or good.
Why
or
aren't you
whatever.
going to Friday? Because it's at Forney, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's at Forney, but then it's like that's when the Mavs play.
Oh, that's right. They're a home game, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like right now, this is the part of my year. You got Forney softball in the playoffs.
He
you
shuts
got the
everybody out of his
Stars.
life.
You got Stars in the playoffs.
Everybody
you got the Mavs in the
they
playoffs.
mean nothing to him.
And as long as the seasons keep going, they keep
Who the
winning
hell
and all
are
this
you?
stuff is. People are wanting to see me. Because they want to be part of my journey.
No, you don't care about anybody else.
That journey.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I mean, yes. I mean, I'm over the years that I've gone. This is like, what is?
I've never been to a Forney game. I need to go. I need to lean
Yeah,
into
it's
that.
fun to watch them. To be honest with you. Those
Michael,
girls,
I'm looking you
those girls
in the eyes.
freaking
I'm saying
amaze
I'm
me.
going to go to when is that over, that season?
Well-
Am I late? Am I too late to the
Well,
party?
school's almost over.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Well, no,
that's-
but basically, playoffs are they're going to play one series a week.
right.
So right now, there's 7 rounds or whatever in the playoffs. So this is the first round, and they're going to be playing this Thursday and Friday. And so then you win that, then you play the following week sometime or whatever.
Yeah. It's fun to watch those girls. I mean, they're just so incredibly talented, to be honest with you.
I mean, I am going to Princeton on Thursday, so if you want to, if you're
This week?
Where's Princeton?
it's
even know-
close
I
to
know
Farmersville.
Where's Farmersville? I'm not being funny. That's north.
Way north.
Okay, you go to, you know where McKinney is, right?
Yes.
All right, so when you
Keep
get
going.
No. From when you get to McKinney, then it's
go right east,
No,
right?
then you go east, and you go
Still go
east.
further that way.
Yeah.
On like what is it, 360?
Oh, I know where it's at. It's actually
kind
not
of
that
like
far.
over there, close to Lake Ray Hubbard.
Yeah, it's actually not far from each other.
Lake Levon. So
I mean, I could go to Lake Ray Hubbard. I don't know what that lake is you're talking about.
but no, it's Lake
not that
Levon. It's
far.
over there. It's like the Wiley area, north of Wiley.
I don't know if I'm going to. He asked me if I want to go.
I mean, from my office, it's not far. Just jump on 121 to McKinney.
Well, yeah, you're in
That's
Frisco,
right?
Yeah, so you're pretty close.
So
So that's what at 7:00.
that game's 7:00.
That sounds cool. I can't do it this week. I don't think. I mean,
Okay,
let
well,
me consult my.
They should.
my
I mean,
pocket.
but it's like I'll let you know.
Oh
when
wait,
round
maybe I
two
can
is.
do that.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't
when it's a playoff game, especially the first one, that's something you want to see.
I'm gonna put it in my calendar,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow I will double check. But
Okay,
I don't
cool.
think I have plans.
All
I
right.
mean, I can't be out there till.
I mean, I do want to see it. I just don't know if I haven't
Well,
looked at
no,
my calendar either.
the game only lasts around 2 hours.
Oh, it depends.
Well, yeah, it depends because you can run rule teams.
Yeah, but first of all, if they hit what is it 5 runs first
What?
in the first innings?
No, it's like
7?
if you're up by, once you're up by if 10 runs after 5, it's over.
That's over. Otherwise, it goes to 7.
Because I thought, but then in district, I know as if you're up 15-3, then it's over. But I don't think that's in the playoffs. So as long as you're up by 10,
Gotcha.
so.
I mean, unique things.
But no, but the longest they last is 2 hours.
I just love the enthusiasm the girls have.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so into it. I mean, and a lot of these girls are getting scholarships from it and all that going to college. So kudos to them for sure.
Okay, one last note on the sports because it was it's in the rumor
Oh,
mill
this is a
now.
good one, yeah.
About Caitlin Clark because we've talked about her and the
Getting screwed.
Oh, she was on Saturday Night Live. Did you watch that?
Yes.
No.
I told you that last time.
That was funny.
Yes, she was hilarious. She kept herself.
Yeah.
She
was roasting.
checked him. She checked him.
Yeah.
Oh, cool! I didn't see it.
Oh, it's worth. Yeah,
It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Go
you
see
can get
it.
it on YouTube. It's the weekend update
Yeah.
skit.
But we talked about the impact that she's having on the WNBA and
how much money she's not making.
and the rookie contract. And we were talking about she's going to make stuff on endorsements. Well, so right now where it looked like Nike's going to sign her for 8 years and pay her like $28 million, and she'll have her own shoe.
I'm going to go on record right now. Caitlin Kane, congratulations. You deserve that.
See, so back to, and I don't want to get on a tangent, but like back to the compensation topic.
It's
I mean, like
fucking
maybe,
ridiculous.
but maybe that's the model. It's like, look, it's like waitresses. We'll pay you $270 whatever
No,
an
no, no.
hour,
First
but
of
you'll
all-
make it in tips. So we'll pay you $88K
I
because we have
get
to.
there's a disparity in regards to air rights and sponsorships that come from the NBA versus the WNBA, and I also know there's a difference in how many games they actually play on an annual basis. I get that, but if you did it for dollar in comparison, she's getting $80,000 for a season, where a rookie over there is getting like $1 million. There's there's no good comparison there.
I'm not.
Now-
I'm not trying to open the can. I'm just saying maybe that's the model. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Food
I
for
mean,
thought.
the thing is, she
You
might
Republican.
generate more revenue for the league, where then they can start paying more.
Well, I hope she does. I hope that she actually really puts the spotlight on there. I mean, if you look at the final in the NCAA between the men's and the females, I mean, her game was 4 million more watchers than they were on the men's.
Okay.
So I mean, she's definitely has something to
No,
bring
it's
to the
like
table.
no, I totally get it, but this is the spot she could be the trailblazer that changes it
Yeah.
all.
I mean, when we talked about Major League Soccer, same thing with the female teams there. They've really brought it in there. I was actually reading something the other day, and it was on social media, of course. When you take it or leave it, and there was an American who was basically talking down about American leagues, and this really continues to happen on. And yes, we don't necessarily have the talent, until recently with Messi. Ricardo and Fernando and all those, especially in those European and in South American teams. But if we continue to talk down on it, soccer's not going to be something it should be.
Well, wait. Are you talking about American players or?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about American teams. They really kind of like down talk Americans, our soccer, and it's pathetic because you know what? That's more athletic. With all due respect, I love NFL, but that's more athletic than NFL.
And I played soccer all the
So
way
did
through
I.
my high school.
Well, I didn't play through high school. I played it when I was in, preteen and all that when I was in Korea and all that. But I mean, it's intense. I mean, it's a constant game.
It is.
And the skill set that you have to have for that, it's amazing. So, I mean, bottom line is, I would love to see. I call it football. I'd like to see more football here.
What we need is the U.S. to do extremely well in the World Cup that's coming up. Because it's going to be here in the U.S.
But the U.S. needs to fucking buy into it.
I guarantee you they would if they would win more, be more competitive on the national level.
Well, international, you mean?
International.
So, I guess my point on that in particular was like, be more into it. That also goes back to the actual administration of the Major League Soccer. And, take this opportunity that you can make a hell of a lot more money. Because that's what all drives these professional teams.
Mm-hmm.
Money, 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 money. So I don't know who their publicist is or their agents are on the administration side of, building the marketing plans. It's like, you can make a shitload more money here.
No, I
Look
agree.
at the teams that are over in Europe are worth billions of dollars.
No, I go.
Billions.
Except the Dallas Cowboys are still the number one most profitable,
Man,
valued, and I still don't get that, but it is.
And Jerry Jones still hasn't really fucking done anything to sign anybody for this.
No.
I mean, Jesus, what the hell's up with him? And trust me, and please don't come at me, all Michael's fans.
They won't unless I tell them to.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I don't think they should win. I don't think they ever will win.
As long as Jerry Jones is alive and running this team, they ain't going to do it.
Well, apparently somebody in his life needs to put some cyanide in him or something.
So, all right, so that's my sports update. So
Sweet.
you can go now.
Well, I mean, the other thing, currently, I mean, it is we're going to put a timestamp on what we're actually recording. This is actually Tuesday, April 23rd, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And we're just in the evening of the 23rd, and currently, the Senate in D.C. are actually debating the actual funding that's going to Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and there's a couple other things that are in there specifically. And we do anticipate that these particular bills will be passed.
Yes.
And I am 100% for them. I mean, I think that,
I am too.
It'll be interesting to see how Israel uses this $26 billion, which $9 million are supposed to go towards humanitarian, and hopefully it does, especially rebuilding the Gaza and West Bank, which they have actually destroyed.
I mean, that one is like...
And that's controversial. I know that.
I know. I'm just like, that's not the one I was so excited about.
But
I'm okay with
one
it.
point that I do want to point out specifically when it comes to Ukraine, and I know a lot of people, especially those crazy bitches like, Marjorie Green Taylor,
Yep.
who is like, I mean, if she stood in front of Putin, she'd blow him. I mean, she loves Russia so much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she has to be something of an agent, or she's a communist. I mean, or she's a fascist or something like that, because she does not want to fund Ukraine at all. But what she puts out these lies and saying you're just throwing money at, But what majority of the money that we are actually giving to the Ukraine conflict is coming here to the United States. It's replenishing our stockpiles of weaponry that we've actually given to them. What does that mean? More jobs for the United States, more production for the United States, more revenue for the United States. I mean, so come on, people. Get over it.
I mean, the thing that when I look at politics or whatever, I look at kind of like the side view or whatever, because it's like, okay, the Speaker of the House. What's his name again?
Johnson. That's another topic.
All right.
Itself.
So I mean, he was on the verge of being like Marjorie.
Well, no, he's still a pro-Trumper. He's a MAGA.
Well, no, I get that.
I mean, she's just like fringe, like crazy shit.
And so he was all for not doing the Ukraine thing.
Until he sat down.
And then now that he got the speaker, because now being the speaker, he's getting a lot
more
more
privy information
and all this stuff is.
And what he sat across the desk from President Biden, who's giving him briefings one-on-one for the last month.
But he's been getting even more briefings than that.
Yeah,
or whatever.
as the eight, which is
and
like.
So him being as extreme that he was never going to do this, to now see it, what shows me is once these people really get the information, it must be really critical for all this stuff. And he did put it up to the vote.
There's no doubt that, I mean, and this is my opinion based upon just historical perspective, and just my knowledge when it comes to foreign affairs and military and things of that sort. I mean, bottom line is Russia will not stop at the Ukraine.
No.
If Donald Trump is actually put into office again, his plan, and he's actually made it abundantly clear, although it hasn't actually been stated by him himself, his actual policy advisors have actually put it out there. He is actually going to basically strong arm or attempt to strong arm Zelensky and giving up the land to Russia. So he's going to appease his buddy Putin.
Right.
And let me just tell you something. That's all Putin needs because he ain't going to stop there. He's going to continue on.
No.
Poland's next. Bulgaria, Hungary, they're all next. He's going to take back every single one of those land masses or countries that are now sovereign countries that was under the USSR back. And so he is going, just like Trump wants to go back in time, Putin wants to go back in time.
So I know, because it's like, that's where it's like this election in November is good, it's huge. And it's just like...
And I know a lot of people say it's like, it is about democracy. It could be the end of democracy. Folks, it is. Mm-hmm. It truly is. I mean, the authoritarian dictatorship that he wants to put into place. And again, we're not just talking about the United States, because we are the leader of the free world, quote unquote. Yep. It affects the entire world. I mean, because you look at the core of those countries that are actually, one, monetarily able to handle themselves, versus those third world countries, second world countries, and things of that sort. They have to follow. So when you have you talk about the Security Council, you have rotating membership of individuals, but you have the permanent 5 members, those who control the world. Mm-hmm. And if you actually have 2 of those members who are together for nefarious reasons, i.e. Donald Trump and Putin, you're fucked. That fucks the world.
Well, and the thing that gets me is that you have all these huge, big Republicans that have been Republicans for their entire life.
Yeah.
And they're now coming out and basically saying is Trump the devil, so to speak.
Oh, he's the Antichrist.
Is his name...
He's not the prophet, he's the Antichrist.
But is it like George Conway?
Well, yeah, what's her name? Like, Trump's presidential advisor.
Her husband, yeah. But, I mean, he came out today, basically, he's donating almost over $900 million. Not $900 million.
Probably $9 million.
I think it was 900. No, it's 900, almost $1 million, just a little short of $1 million. He's donated that to Trump. He said he's never voted for a Democrat in his life.
He's donated to Biden, not Trump.
No, okay, to Biden. Yes.
Trust me, he hates Trump.
No, it's to Biden or whatever. But
his lifelong goal is to fuck with Trump.
Yeah, because it's just like you have these big Republicans that are totally against him, and it's like there's got to be a reason why.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is the Antichrist. He's not the prophet. He's the Antichrist. I mean, bottom line is, and I've said this since like 2015, 2016, and a lot of people just look at me as like, you're just, you're always trying to create conspiracies and shit like this. He is an agent of the Russian FSB. Now, if anybody out there doesn't understand what FSB is, that is actually the metamorphosis from the KGB. Everybody knows what the KGB is, right?
Yes.
That's exactly, and of course, the president and prime minister, or whatever you want to call his role in Russia, Putin, he was a member of that organization, KGB, and now he's actually running the country, and he just is about to run for his 5th term, so it's going to bring him into like 2030 or whatever it is. There's no doubt that they had something on Trump. That was their goal, not just on like a business persons, but even politicians and regular people. They have so much shit on people in this country. It's ridiculous. And of course, Trump's scared shitless.
But but like I said, it's like the Democrats are going to say one thing, Republicans are going to say one thing, but it's like when you're looking for somebody in your own party, there's a lot of people, a lot of Republicans that aren't supporting them. That says a lot to me.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of and this will kind of wrap this up because, I mean, we'll talk about the TikTok ban in the next one and all that, but because just for the record, guys, I mean, these packages that are being actually debated right now for Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel, they actually, Speaker Johnson slipped in the ban on TikTok. Now, there's a couple of things and caveats that he did in that, and he basically extended the actual 5 months that they gave TikTok to sell to 9 months, and then gave the president, whoever the president is, an additional 3 months to actually extend it out there. So really, there's 12 months out there that TikTok will be given to basically sell off and not be a part of DanceByte, which is the China company that actually is the parent company. You know, so we'll talk a little bit more about that, some pros and cons and things of that sort. But I want to really kind of like, and I didn't anticipate doing this now, but I think it's the perfect time to do this. And you know, it's kind of like the in battling specifically with the Republican Party, and how you've really brought it up and you've really hit it on the nail, Michael. How there's like so many of these like senior members of the GOP party who are finally coming out and saying, you know, he's fucked. I mean, you cannot reelect him. Mm-hmm. And that kind of goes into how this is about Trump. This is really about the infighting specifically associated with the Republican Party. You know, we actually have a New York representative. His actual name is Representative Lawler. He's a GOP representative. And he was actually on several of the news programs this last couple of weekends. And, you know, the question came up specifically about vacating the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. You know, because, you know, Cave Woman came out and said that she was going to do it, and then Gossar and a couple of the others, actually Clay and whoever was, said they actually supported that. And he obviously was really kind of there to critique that whole process. And the interesting thing that actually hit me on that was he said this, and this is a quote: "Democrats must oppose Johnson's ouster to show they're serious about democracy." Is that the most hypocritical statement a GOP representative could ever say? Because when the tables are now turned against them, meaning they're actually going to lose somebody who's leading their caucus, they expect the Democrats to step up and actually save the son of a bitch. It's ridiculous. I mean, now we're the anti-government, we're the anti-Christ, we're the everything. Democrats are everything anti. You know, they're the devil. Mm-hmm. Oh, but now we're not, because you can save my speaker, you can save my control of the House of Representatives. Because bottom line is, if in fact he gets ousted, there is a strong possibility that it flips to Hakeem Jeffries, who is now the speaker. And with all due respect, people, you do not want the last 6 months of Joe Biden's first term to have the entire Congress controlled by the Democrats. I'm just saying. But to that point, Alex, we're going to actually up on this one. This was actually a...
so we are going to pull up this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is actually this is from this last weekend, and this is a Texas representative, you know, one of ours, a Republican, of course, and Representative Tony Gonzalez. And this is what he says specifically about the the GOP individuals inside the party.
Oh, is this one here, right?
Yep.
Served 20 years in the military. It's my absolute honor to be in Congress. But I served with some real scumbags. Look, Matt Gaetz, he paid minors to have sex with him at drug parties. Bob Good endorsed my opponent, a known neo-Nazi. These people used to walk around with white hoods at night. Now they're walking around with white hoods in the daytime. It didn't surprise me that some of these folks voted against aid to Israel, but I was encouraged to see by a nearly 10-to-1 mark that Republicans supported our allies on the battlefield.
So my point specifically is...
He's a Republican, right?
He is a Republican, okay, from Texas. Again, look it up. If you all are questioning us, he is actually Representative Tony Gonzalez. He's basically out there saying that there are so many members of his own caucus, i.e. Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, and of course the opponent that he actually ran against here in Texas, who is a white supremacist, who put hoods on, white hoods on. You know, this is a internal individual who, yes, does support the crazy religious Mike Johnson speaker, is basically saying this about their own individuals in their caucus. Let me just tell you something. The GOP is a shit show right now.
It is.
I mean, I don't even know how you can even call
And you
it
just
a
can
political
even,
party.
the Republicans are, their own Republicans are telling us this. And that says a lot. And that's where people just got to wake up. It's like, you got your own party members that are saying this about the other party members. And it's just like...
And politics is mudslinging. I get that.
No, and I get that, but it's like, you do it on the other side. Is you don't do it within your own party.
No, I mean...
And that is the part where...
Well, you don't do it in public.
Oh, that's
you always
true.
do behind the scenes.
You always do behind the scenes, but it's in public now or whatever.
I mean, it's like... I mean, you really had, Mitt Romney coming out today, who's obviously... Who has never supported Trump. There's no doubt about it. But, somebody questioned him about, what do you think about the trial that he's under for the hush money? And it's classic. I mean, and I'm paraphrasing, so I apologize. It's not the exact words. He's basically said, I don't know anybody who would pay $130,000 for somebody to keep quiet about somebody they didn't have sex with. I mean, that says it all, folks. That says it all. I mean, that statement alone, I don't care what the testimony happens. I don't care, when Stormy Daniels gets on there, McDougal gets on there, what Pecker said. That proves to me that Donald Trump is guilty.
Yeah.
Could keep it in his pants. There you go.
Well, he's guilty of that. I'm not saying we still don't know if it's a crime.
Oh no, it's a conspiracy if you have two or more individuals.
Well, no, I know, but we got to see more of the. But I'm just saying, just that one thing or whatever is not. But we just got
no. The minute that you put David Pecker on the stand, and he under oath stated we had this meeting. We actually came up with this devised this plan that created the conspiracy, which is a felony. You need two or more individuals to actually have a conspiracy, a felony conspiracy. And there you go.
Well, no, I still got to see.
And in the state of New York, to actually try to fix an election, federal or state, is illegal.
I get it. All I'm just saying is this is just the first.
I can't wait to see Orange in an orange jumpsuit.
I haven't. He's not going to jail on this one.
I just want it in my mind, I mean, put some names out there, please, people. Please, some orange Cheeto man, with a big old butt because he has diapers on.
But it's like I am looking forward to the cross examination of.
Yeah. Well, again, I would love
just
to be
to see
a fly on the wall.
to see what they say, because like I said, each person they put on afterwards is going to be. I mean, it's going to tell the story more. But I'm just waiting. I just want to see what the defense comes back on all these people.
I mean, I was watching an outtake earlier today, and it was from the sketch artist, and she's like, "I've been doing him for a couple of years now, and she's like, he was kind of dozing off, especially when they were doing like the openings and things of that sort. Then all of a sudden, when Pecker got on there, I like saying that when Pecker got on the stand, and then he mentioned McDougal, he suddenly jerked up and he went like this, his arm fold that he does and his like dead stare. Yeah. So apparently there's something there. I mean, clearly the woman has details. I don't know if he has a birthmark somewhere that we don't really want to know about. We'll probably hear about. I'm just saying.
All right, so we're wrapping this up now.
We are going to wrap it up. Alex, you're pretty quiet today.
I'm just not myself.
I'm not myself.
I went to.
I sound like an 80-year-old woman who smokes.
I went to.
You are an 81-year-old woman.
7-Eleven's my favorite gas station, and I had those little crispy tacos. But that's all I've eaten all day. And then I tried this drink. And I got really buzzed fast.
Well, you will.
So
when Michael makes a drink, you can just
I'm just trying to monitor myself. That's all.
That's okay.
That's all good.
Well, I mean,
we're glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Always here.
Yeah. I wish you lived closer. Or I lived closer.
Yeah, you can live closer. We're not moving
or
that way
we
out.
have met on Sunday. That makes it funny.
Oh, that would have made it easier. But I mean, that was you, not me. Yeah. I mean, I could have probably been better on Sunday than I was.
No,
today.
the anus was totally on me. And
the what?
Huh?
What did you say?
He thought you said anus.
Oh,
I thought you said.
He did. You did, didn't you?
I did. That's what I thought you said.
His mind's always in the gutter.
No, I thought that's what I heard.
Play the tape.
Maybe that's what you wanted to hear.
Play the tape.
Anyways, folks, thank you for joining us for this podcast episode of Buddies, Booze, Banter's Unfiltered Conversations, where we talked a little bit more about what we didn't want to talk about. But thanks again. I'm Rick.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Alex.
Till next time.
Next time.
Next time. Yeah, maybe we just talk over it, and then they won't ban it. We'll confuse the AI.
We start to dance and I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Love is the need for somebody like me.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.